This is a Retrolife turntable, and I gotta say, this thing is absolutely awesome and probably my favorite record player I've ever used, and I cannot believe the price that it's at. Let me go ahead and show you this Retrolife and see if you like it as well. All right, so this is a Retrolife record player. For those of you who know me know that I've been looking for a new record player, and that's because I recently moved from Pennsylvania all the way down to Tennessee, and I didn't bring my record player. It was a vintage record player. I absolutely loved it, but I was afraid it wouldn't make the trip, and I really didn't have enough room for a lot of things, so some things had to go. Fortunately, that was one of them. I have been dying to listen to my record collection ever since. Enter the Retrolife. So I picked this up. This thing is actually really amazing. It has a very high-end look to it. I mean, whether you look at the sides, it has a really nice epoxy style finish on this fake wood grain, although it is a beautiful fake wood grain. And that epoxy finish really does make it shine. It has a complete aluminum tone arm with a Audio-Technica stylus on an MM cartridge. And honestly, this thing is just absolutely impressive. All you have to do is turn this on, hit the start button, and then move your stylus to whatever song you want to on there. Now, typically with a normal record player, when you want to put this down, you just push it down on the record and then it starts playing. But not this one. You have a couple adjustments on this. First, on the back, you have an adjustment for weight, and you can actually adjust how much pressure is on the record itself so as to not damage it, which is pretty nice. The other thing that it can do is once you get it in position, you just press this right here down, and when you do, it's gonna start to lower that stylus. Now, it's not gonna just throw the stylus right on there. It's gonna actually use gravity to kind of push it down slowly so that it hits your record nice and carefully, and it's not going to scratch it. And that's really key, because if you've kept records for this long, last thing you want to do is buy a record player that's going to destroy those records. Now, the cool thing about this though is it's not just a normal turntable. A normal turntable plays records, you have an audio output, and you're pretty much, that's it. But this actually does have a line output, and it is a line output and phono output. So you can hook it up to like a phono input on your amplifier if you have one, but if you don't, if all your stuff is newer and you don't have a phono input, then you can switch this over to line, and then you can hook this up to any amplifier because it has a preamp built in, which is really nice to know. Beside that though is a USB output, and this USB is really cool. What you can do is you can actually, it comes with a USB cable. You can take that USB cable, hook it up to your computer, and you can download and preserve all of your records onto your computer now, and then save those and now listen to them anywhere you want, in your car, on the road, on your phone, wherever you want, which is just a really awesome deal. So I love the fact that it comes with that USB cable. Now, you would think that's it, but it's really not. It actually has one more feature that I really, really love, which is Bluetooth. What this allows you to do is when you turn this on, if you turn a Bluetooth speaker on next to it, it will auto connect to that Bluetooth speaker, and then you can start listening to your music without the wires. And that is pretty cool. So you could actually take this outside for a party, or, you know, if you're one of these people that like to have run their speakers, you know, in the corners or something of that nature, where you don't want to have to run wires from an amplifier, well, you don't have to with this. You can use some Bluetooth speakers like I did. I used the Morel Hagalarte, which I absolutely love. Great speaker. And if you're interested in that, there's going to be a review on that soon, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, now I was able to use this quite often. And one of the things I do appreciate about this is you can remove this plastic cover if you want. So if you have an area where you can keep this covered and keep dust out, you can actually remove that, and that's nice. If you do take this off, your record off, you can take this out, clean it, you can flip it over if you need to, and then of course your belt's under there, which you can get to replace or fix if necessary. I love the fact that they use an Audio-Technica stylus. You can easily replace that if ever needed, and that's really, really nice. So I've been able to use this for a while now, and I want to give you my opinion on this. This thing is about $200, and I am just so impressed with what they've done for 200 and I think it's like 220 bucks. It's insane. The fact that I can connect a Bluetooth speaker to it, the fact that I can download my records onto my computer, hook it up to any of my amplifiers that I have, it's just crazy. And all the protections that they have built in. I have spent hours and hours just enjoying my record collection at home. And honestly, I think this is really, if you're someone that wants to listen to your records, or maybe you've been going to like Goodwill or other places and you've been like, man, I wish I could listen to my records again, because records, they really do have a completely different sound to them than modern music, and I love it. And I know a lot of you do too. And guys, records are making a comeback. You can buy records for new music now. It's not like you have to listen to oldies or go to Goodwill or go to eBay or where Facebook Marketplace to find your records. I mean, you can buy even new old stock of things. So actually, it's not new old stock. It'd be like new reproduced old albums you can rebuy now, and it's pretty amazing. And there's a reason why, because records, in a lot of people's opinions, sound better. And I do really love the sound of a record. It just has a completely different sound, and I enjoy that. So here's the deal. If you've been wanting to do that, if you've been looking at records, or maybe you have a stack that you haven't looked at in a while, this is the way to go. You don't necessarily need anything new. As long as you have an amplifier or a Bluetooth speaker, you can connect right up to it. And I would tell you to go ahead and hook this up to your computer, take your records, throw them on your computer for safekeeping, because if anything ever happens to your records, you're going to be devastated if you can't listen to those again. And they do have a couple different options, even some with built-in speakers. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out Retrolife. I'll go ahead and put a link down below. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. This is Toyd's DIY Audio, and I'm out.